Good morning, somewhere. Not here, I admit it. I said I was gonna do a morning stream, challenge myself to do morning streams, and it's 12:30 PM here in the old, West Coast of the Americas. I'm doing this more for folks that wanna do a replay. I anticipate going to be very short and sweet. I just wanted to do a little check-in for a few reasons. And it's good that people aren't here because I do kinda wanna encourage people not kinda, I'd like to encourage you people to use the comment section and or you can email me, but I encourage the comment section. What up, Stony Baloney? We've got it's just you and me, which is totally cool. Oh, never mind. Here's some more folks. Hi, Anne. Thank you again for everything yesterday. Everyone that is here that was there yesterday on the other channel. Uh, n- but let's talk about y'all for a minute. So I realized this whole thing is going to unfold easier for me, which is a little selfish to say, but I really would need to know how I don't need to know. I would like to know how things are like translating for you or how it might be not helpful. I mean, I can just do my own thing and treat this like a social media account where I just vlog my life to people, but, I prefer to not do it, one way. I'd like it to be a multiple way situation. Hi, DT, Traveltology. Hi, Dina. Uh, so if and even if not right now, because I know I'm just getting cracking and getting going here, but it would help if I could help you, help me. So, please let me know. Even if something just, like, strikes a thought in your mind and you're like, "Oh," and it makes you ponder, just please let me know. And, again, if you're not comfy doing that in the, comment area where the group can share and learn from each other, I get that because it's, the internet, and that's weird. So, feel free to shoot me an email, and you can also say leave it anonymous, and I can talk on a certain point or talk on a subject without bringing you into it publicly. So we can have a multi back and forth situation. Anyway, so how can I support you? Please let me know. That I don't want to make this just a Kelly vlog, but Kelly vlog for today. Yesterday was crazy awesome. Took some crazy terrifying not crazy, we're not supposed to say that anymore, it's 2025. Yesterday, I took some radical actions that I would never have done before. So, clearly, I'm somewhere further along in my journey than I recognized, and it was very scary, but I took the fear with me, and we handled it. What's interesting was it was such an amazing day, and I did 2 of the 3 yesterday because I realized that the other action of the application was gonna take a really quite a long time, so I didn't have time for it. And doing that stream yesterday, the telethon, I am gonna do more telethon just for the funsies of it. I wanna get through some stuff, but I also am gonna use it as planning and prepping time. So while streams are playing, I might go, do the laundry and get the travel situation prepared. So trip planning for tomorrow for the telethon. Um, wait, hold on. No distraction. Let me spit this out real quick, then I'll look at the chitty chats. So that was amazing and super well received. a lot of the anxiety or fear I had that was, like, in my head or what if and people will think, I just let go of that, and as it turns out, it worked in my favor thus far. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, then I woke up with incredible anxiety and fear. So that was fun. Reared its little head. So I worked through a lot of that this morning. Not really through it, actually. I just had it. I just acknowledged I had it. And then I had to do a couple things. Basically, what I realized this morning was when I wake up with that space, it's because I allowed it yesterday. Major things shifted and changed. I moved into a different space where I could move forward, take action, go to LA. I was vulnerable on on way more public platform. And then I woke up, yeah, with that like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? What do I do now? What if I fuck it up? What if I can't make it happen right like quick? What if I can't do it? What am I going to have to what maybe I should refund everybody, all of the head fuck, which was fun. Uh and basically what I figured out was stick to your commitments. Hello. I said I was going to go live here, so I'm here. It is morning-ish enough for me. I'm telling you guys, mornings have just not been easy for me for months. So part of going to LA is good for me too because it gets me I don't know, I just have too much anxiety there to sleep in or sleep. Or to sleep, period. So I get up and get going because I'm like, "Oh, I don't wanna miss anything at Blue." I just can't seem to find that same, energy here. And yesterday, I was on the stream for, like, 6.5 hours, so, I was really effing tired this morning. Today, I probably will be very, slow, which is what I wanted to say. One of the ways I'm choosing to work through this wave of, like, "Oh, shit, that worked." "Ah, I took an action, and it worked. I had really great results. Fuck." My My way to work through that today, right now at least, subject to change, is to go slow when I wanna go, 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 like, "Okay, I gotta go, 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 action, action, people are counting on me, people put their faith in me, people supported me, go, 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 go." Then I have to slow, 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 which is painful. Uh, I have to stop and check in way more often with pretty much everything I do. So every time I'm about to do something or prioritize something, I have to check in like with how I'm feeling. And if I'm feeling the anxiety or fear about a particular thing or a decision or a process, then I have to sit and check with that and see if it's in my head. And if it is, how I want to, invite it to be with me or dismiss, work through it so it can dissipate. Because sometimes I can work with the fear and it's good. Sometimes I have to sit with it and acknowledge it so that it can not maybe go away, but simmer itself down. Simmer down now. So, what was the other thing? The stream yesterday was just good too. And just using this channel as what I intended is going to be what it is. I don't know. Like I said, I think what I realized this morning is, yeah, I can go live, but who am I serving in that? And I want to make sure it's not just me. So please let me know what's crack-a-lackin'. I saw somebody said I'll be getting an email. Travelology. I love that name and that little picture. Still pondering on how and safety first. Safety first. Cool. Yeah. Take care of do it how y'all do you however you need to do. Let's see. Do you have more love for yourself today? Hmm. Shoot. Damn you, Anne. uh, I have to ponder that. No, not in that language. No. What I have was a appreciation, like I had to give myself a little pep talk, like, "You did it. Good job. You did something scary. You did something way outside your comfort zone, but you did it knowing the fucking truth, which is you just wanted to have fun." And it ended up actually not being as the fun in my head because the fun in my head was in relation to most most of the shit that happened after June 8th. So just but going back on the journey and seeing how it progressed, looking at things like streams where I had, a whopping 14 people in chat, and that is and was a big deal. Here I have 11. It's kind of trippy too to just think like, "Oh, we have 11 now. So what will this space look like in a year? Who knows?" Anyway, I don't know if I guess that is a form of self-love more than usual is honoring giving myself the like good job talks. I don't do that enough. I'm really good at the you fucking fucked up talk. Phenomenal. I'm a phenomenal negative self-talker. But yeah, so I will thank you for asking, Anne. I'm going to ponder it some more. I suppose that is love. Ugh. Yeah, no, I struggle with that. I do. I cannot tell a lie. Well, I probably could, but I'm not lying now. Hi, Linda. I am having a good day. Okay, so that's the interesting thing. So I woke up with a bunch of anxiety and fear, like, oh gosh, now what? Now I might fuck it up. And which to be very transparent, this is not new. I do this all the time. It's just I never used my other space to talk about it publicly. But at the same time, I also have major relief. And I feel very like, whew, like a burden has been lifted. So I don't know. The burden was lifted, but it also has its own stuff. I get whatever. I'm a complicated creature. Humans are. So I hope this makes some sense to somebody somewhere. Hi, Fragglebot. My wisdom. I don't know if this is wisdom, but bless your heart for if that's how you interpret it. I just want to be real. It's not if I waited to give you guys the positive outcome perspective, I may never go live because I do always live with both. And maybe I don't have to always. Maybe that's a belief I need to work on. Probably as I say it out loud, I'm like, that doesn't sound incredibly healthy. So that's what we're doing here. We're just exploring and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work and what needs to be released, what needs to be worked through and what needs to be shifted or changed. But yeah, I do feel a little more inspired to do more things that are out of my comfort zone. So that'll be good. And part of this space is like an accountability space where I can hold my own ass accountable. Like going live in the morning. Listen, I'm sure it's the morning somewhere, so. You appreciate your self. Okay, and I can't talk in the morning or in the evening. You appreciate yourself one step on the way. Look at my face when I read that. I'm all, oh God. is where anybody else this is why I talk to myself also and give myself like I'm my own life coach therapist because I say to myself, self, get your life together. You would never say these things, or if any other person said this, you'd say, "Oh my gosh, knock it off." So I do keep my ass in check, but I can't, ignore that I feel certain ways. Timeless Stan says, "Yep, that's exactly what this space is for." Oh, so it is. Forever Young Stan says it. You 1000%. Wait, you 1000% positive, and I enjoy your lives. Yeah, get back to work, Fragglebot. I see you. Get back to work. But thank you. Yeah, I can have both. I can be positive and freaking the fuck out all at once. It's one big happy bubble of life. Check, check. Hi, Super Pup. Okay, so quick stream. That. This is me holding my ass accountable. This is me asking you to participate in the experience, please, so I don't feel like it's just the Kelly show. It can be the we all of us show. And what else did I write? I don't know. It was sort of just I just want to process and sit with that. I guess the word would be duality of stress release and anxiety that it caused. Like, no wonder I can't get my fucking life together. Every time something's going good, I have to live in fucking anxiety. Hello, this is not the way forward, people. Like, don't this is something I have to work with and through. It's gonna be a process. What else did I say? Yeah, just getting my life together with the fear and not letting it be that it has to be that way forever and ever. But I think anytime we want change, massive or small, we have to step just a little or really far out of we have to get out of our comfy zone, right? That's like the standard cliche thing. And in doing that, you have to choose if you're going to do it with the fear or do it despite it, whatever. But I do believe there's a process where you don't have to all like maintain that. Oh, there goes the phone. Technology. I do believe there's a maybe that's that. You get to a plateau maybe or a space where you say, "Oh my gosh, I moved out into a different space that was uncomfortable," and then maybe hang out there so you can kind of acclimate like physiologically even and mentally so that you can kind of chill and feel safe. And then once you get to that so I'm there. So I'm even like I feel like I stepped into a different space just from yesterday. So maybe today is about honoring the different things that popped up and showed up as a result and allowing myself to say that it's not permanent, it's a process and we need to just allow ourselves to kind of acclimate to that with the intention that it'll be safe to do it again in the future, but it's also safe to hang out. It doesn't mean you're stuck. Ooh, that's for me, but maybe it's for you too. So yeah, the intention that I'll allow myself to acclimate to the new space, which is a little silly too, because in the past I've received support and gone to LA and things like this. But I think with the last few months being so out of whack and feeling like I'm just kind of getting back to getting my bearings on earth in general, it just is different this time. Anyway, Linda has to get better at that too. Here we are. Feel free to journal in the comment area, send an email, or, God forbid, just to yourself, and nobody needs to know what you're going through because you're not on a public platform for the world to see if you don't want to be. So, yeah, go slow when I want to go is my rule, my thing for today. taking moments and pausing before making decisions, before, spending money, before, to prep for the trip, before reaching out to people's in LA, before anything, planning. I would like to schedule some times to like meet with some people and have conversations. Yadira, Yadira. What up? Hi. Yeah, I'm just taking those moments before and just checking with myself. Because even scheduling something, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say, "Once I get down there, then we can set a day and time." Because 'cause I'm always and forever okay with a fear of commitment in that regard. Because who goddess only knows what's gonna unfold once I get there. But reaching out to those individuals, people that I've never met, people I've never reached out to, I need to reach out to them today. So taking those moments and really checking with myself, being impeccable with my words and such. And then what else? What getting my life together, what it looks like today. I am going to actually shower today, in theory. We'll see. I shouldn't say it so concrete. It's not the shower that it's the hair. It takes forever. Today's definitely a hair washing day. I'm going to clear off the dishes that are still sitting here from yesterday's stream. I'm gonna put some shit back together. These are the little things. And then on a bigger scale, getting my life together today looks like going slow when I want to go, 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 and being very mindful of how I'm feeling before I take decisions and seeing if I need to work with anything before, because I don't want to make any decisions or communications or do just about anything if the fear and anxiety I talk about having at the same time as joy and excitement and relief. I want to make sure that they are both hanging out together if they need to, but the fear doesn't get to be like taking over to make a decision. That's that's where I'm at. So as long as they're hanging out together and I'm aware of both of them, I'll make decisions. But if I don't pause and I start making a decision and maybe I'm not being mindful, then it's easier for that anxiety to drive it and say, okay, well, we're going to do this, this, and this because that's safe. All right, simmer down. So that's for me. How about you? Please feel free to let me know what getting your life looks like for you today. And then also, yeah, please tell me how I can be of some support because it really does help me to help others. It helps me help me help you, help all of us. Anne writes in and says, be kind to yourself. You're doing your best. Oh, I know. 4 agreements. I am doing this. If I could do better, that's what I would be doing. Which we can have different levels of depending on the day and occasion. Yes. Yeah, yeah. So today, my best is going to be not as great as yesterday in regards to go, go, go energy because now I'm like having to also just energetically, I'm like, or energy wise, a little tired, was up late, all the things, stared at a computer screen for 6.5 hours yesterday. Forever Young Stan writes in and says, okay, this sounds like my life. Hair, dishes, all that BS. Geez, a smoothie too before I can even start today's life. Thank you for reminding me. I didn't have time yesterday. I lied. Grocery shopping, laundry, these things are starting to get like not happen. So also part of this is about me processing the way I process. So um getting my life together looks very different for a nonlinear neuro whatever, not mainstream typical whatever the hell that means brain type. It's starting to look a little ADHD up in this bitch. That's all I have to say. Up in this bitch and this bitch. What's Yadira got to say today? Anxiety is roommates with my depression. Yeah, those 2 love to hang out together. They are besties. I think it's a language thing for me. I don't use the word depression very often. I think that's my way of keeping it at bay and just saying like, "Oh, I have low mood," or "I'm feeling poopy," or "I have poopy thoughts." But I definitely have lows and highs, and I am very curious how I will navigate that when it kicks in more. I feel like it's always I feel like it's always just below the surface, like, I walk around fine, in a fairly decent headspace most of the time, but sometimes I ask myself, like, "Am I lying to people or lying to myself? Is that authentic?" Just because I mean, not that I don't go around telling everybody all my woes and troubles, but it feels like there's this, not realness when I'm because if I can have 2 things like poopy mood oh, wait, we're doing poopy over here. Poopy mood and positive mood, but if I can have them at the same time, just like I can have relief and anxiety hanging out at the same time, if I can have positive and poopy but I'm just presenting to the outside world the positive. There have been times where I feel like I'm not being real. But then also purpose would it serve to share if it doesn't serve a purpose that's like good for all or just myself at times, but to share the poopy, I don't. But I am curious how I will share in that experience when it feels more poopy than positive. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hi, 91 Mui. Minnie's dart frogs on a critters. That's a mouthful. Is that the same that used to be the channel that was about frogs and minis? And are you the same person? Radiate Life with Lorelei. I'm Brogan. Is it Brogan? Writes in and says, I stepped through my anxiety today. Sign language applause. Attended a brand new class I signed up for but I signed up for it and I showed up for it. Yeah. That's the Yay! Good job. I almost took myself out because of it, but I thought about you yesterday. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. Holy cow. It's not yeah, signing up is like, "Nah, that's some stuff," but it's the showing up. Oh my gosh, sometimes I think about that, like taking a yoga class outside. Well, first of all, I'm so broken in the shoulder. I don't know if I could even get through a basic yoga class anymore. But I just even those things, I've become such a freaking recluse. And I'm also so weird about groups. Not you guys, of course. Or a school, like going to back to school. I was thinking about Liz going back to school. And I feel like I did that when I was older. I did go back to school many, 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 many times. But as I got older, I felt like dazed and confused guy. Like I get older, but they stay the same age. And it got more and more uncomfortable and I had to face more and more of my insecurities the older I got and the younger the other students got, like at the junior colleges. But and I know you could do everything online nowadays and such, but anyway, I good, good, good. That's a big deal. I feel strongly it gets more difficult for some people as they get older and get more I'm gonna use the word reclusey, but not to say you're reclusey, but I think we just some of us get less social as we get older, and it gets more difficult to step outside the comfort zone. So good yay. Snaps to you. I don't really actually know what the snaps are. I all I can think of is that, Reese Witherspoon lawyer movie. Snaps. Yo-yos, what's cracking? Yes, you are. Okay, I thought so, but you changed your name. Hi, Holly. You're in the past? Okay, well, we're in the future. Let us know when you catch up. Thank you for the email, Holly. I wanna respond, but I have a lot to respond to, so now I'm not sure how long it will take, but if I use talk to text and it's a little incoherent, I might get it done. So you might get a slightly incoherent, very conversational form email back because I'll use talk to text and make it happen faster. It was synchronistic. Awesome. Thank you for telling me that. That's exactly what I mean about whatever, uh, back and forthness. As Pink says, we're not broken, just bent. And I hope to learn to love myself again. Oh, wait, I mean, for the first time. No, I do love myself more. It was just not something we talked about growing. It's not like part of my upbringing, like, love yourself. Reclusive, I say comfortable at home. Yeah, right? And I'm a crabby born in June. So apparently we're very homebody bound. Homebodies. It is snaps, and it's for people that are not able to handle that that clap. Alright. That's why I like to do the sign language applause. And young Stan writes in and says, for those listening on the podcast, certain kinds of really have to use words I can't say or know. I don't know that word. That's okay. Make Kelly literate again. Thank you. Reticence? I'm gonna go with reticence. It sounds familiar. Certain kinds of reticence are fine though. We're gonna make it up. COVID taught me some stuff. Thank you for the simple language. I have not been in a grocery store in 5 years. I love that and embrace that. I'm very jealous, but now you see why I haven't gotten groceries in so long. I do not like going to the grocery store anymore. Way overwhelming. I usually do all my ordering online and either go pick it up or do it all online and then go to the store and actually do it in the physical world. But even going online, I have like 3 grocery store apps or, websites open trying to go to different stores and see who has what and how I can make it happen with just one trip, but not everybody has everything and who's got what on sale. And and I'm trying so hard to eat, clean and healthy, but then it's very limiting and it's very boring and I'm overwhelmed. So then I go days and days not getting back to the grocery store. I think we're getting to the root of why I'm a little out of balance nutritionally. But it is so overwhelming. So then I get over it and I'm like, just go and get something for at least the rest of today because you can't keep eating like an apple and cheese and crackers because this is not sustainable. So then I'll abort and I just go and I grab one thing for the day and then I'm like, ah, crap. And then I go days and days and days not going back. It's awful, and even today now, I'm gonna get off this stream, I'm gonna go, get my life together, take a shower, allegedly, maybe, and then I'm probably not, let's be honest, this hair is a piece of work. I'm probably going to say that, and then take care of the stuff to clean up, take care of the dishes that need to be done in the kitchen, and then I'm probably gonna feel panicked that I'm running out of time, and I'm gonna get back online. That's probably what's gonna happen, but we'll see. I feel like this is where I'm like, this is why my brain type also is difficult. Getting my life together is sort of a joke for the ADHD people because I can have really great systems and habits, and I do, but sometimes even those don't like I can't keep up with those. And especially when I'm tired and have been feeling off. Some of the things I've worked for years to maintain, I'm even struggling with those things I've done every day for years and years. Like every morning I wake up and make my bed. I keep a very specific basket, this very specific one with the right handles with a lid for laundry. Even that is like half full, but then there's shit on top of it. And I was looking at that yesterday, I'm like, "What? All you have to do is pick up the lid and put this stuff and then put the lid on top of it, Kel, like, it's not a big deal." And I'm like, "No, I just it's not where I'm at. It's not where I'm at in life. Right now, I'm at a place where the shit sits on top of the lid when it could easily just drop right in the basket, and I'll just look at that because that's where I'm at in my mind." 91 Malie says, "I've overcome a phobia I've struggled a lot with, and I've traveled solo. When I struggle with the anxiety, I have to remind myself of the struggles I've overcome and how strong I am. Yay for solo travel." I think that's thank you for saying that. I think that's kinda what I mean about honoring and looking back on things. I don't do it enough, but if we don't do that, then how are we gonna really see where we're at now, our progress? Because it's easy to think we're still where we were a year ago or 6 months ago or 5 years ago, but if I look back on that shit and really look at it, we've come a long way, baby. Alright. Anything else before we skedaddle? I don't have a whole lot to yippity yap yap about here today. I just wanted to click the go live button because I done said I would, and there's going to be days where I said I would, and I probably won't have the whatever to do it, but I'm going to keep trying. Not trying. I'm going to continue challenging myself. 91 Malie, speaking of traveling solo, I think that's a great topic that you are welcome to bring up again for me later. I have other things to talk about with that. I did say I want to travel with this channel and get out and about to meet the peoples and such and see the world before I die. And that I have a lot that comes up for that. It's not really fear of traveling alone, but there's other shit I have. So that's for a different stream. Feel free to remind me because it's one of those things that I will absolutely love to ignore and act like doesn't exist and pretend I never said that. Oh God, 3 feet of snow overnight. You don't have to tell the public, but I'm sure curious where you're living, geographically speaking. Holly RE, the email. Thank you. I hear that. No, it just made me think about some shit I did want to bring up and chat with you about or ask about. I suppose we could do the thing where we could do the, yeah. Remember your suggestion or your offer to help in the physical world, non-email? Maybe we could just do that and then I can just tell you shit instead of having to write it or talk to text it. I cut my hair to my shoulders on Wednesday because of that. I hadn't been to the get a haircut since before COVID. It felt freeing. Showers are so much easier now. I know. I used to have like a short this was my hair for most of my life. I only started having long hair in the last like 5 some 10 years. But it was never such a hassle. And now I think because of the gray hairs coming in and the antennas and the war with the grays because the grays are invading. Then I feel like I have to do something after the shower, whereas before, even long hair or whatever, I'd just get out of the shower, dry it, and go. But the grays, the invasion of the grays is killing me because they pop up and they stick up, and I have antennas. And then I think this is why people color their hair, because if I just colored it brown again, I wouldn't care if the grays were sticking up, and I could just leave out of a shower, get my clothes on, and get the hell out of the house. But no, let's spend 5 hours. And washing it takes an hour and a half. Whatever, TMI on the hair talk for me, but thank you for reminding me that it's okay to maybe cut my hair again. a societal push to be an extrovert. I don't think that pressure is healthy. Solitude can be amazing. Solitude is amazing. I think it's just that once you get comfy with solitude, then you have, for me, I have to challenge myself to now be a wee bit more extrovert because it's also really good for me. It's like just getting there though. That's why blue, even though it's a toxic environment is and not the best like vibe at times, it's also those things getting out and streaming is really good for me. It does push me out. And I do like to obviously I'm a yappity yapper. I do like talking to people and seeing different people's like way they operate or how they think. I need fresh air. And but going on I I I've gone backpacking alone, going hiking alone, I travel alone, I go out to eat food alone, live alone. It's a lot. So after a really long time, even talking to you guys is like being on YouTube in general has been incredibly helpful. But it doesn't quite give me that human interaction that I need but avoid. I know this is to Yadira, but you decided to travel alone abroad where you didn't know anyone and you didn't speak the language after staying a long period. Wait, hold on, I can't. I decided to solo travel abroad where I didn't know anyone and spoke the language after a long period of staying home alone. That really helped me out of the anxiety bubble. That's a big that's a big ask for yourself to go somewhere, especially when you don't speak the language. But it's also for me, I'm like, it's also kinda cheating because at least I know that I won't have to talk as much because we don't speak the language. So I'm like, "Hmm." Yay, Linda's feeling lighter. Lighten up, Linda. Just kidding. I know, I feel a little bit better now too, actually. I'm glad we could all get it out. And we all journaled out loud. Yeah, Yadira, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Phobias and stepping outside your comfort zone and pushing yourself to do things you're not comfy with. It's obviously easier said than done, obviously, but it's also not something that everybody has. I don't mean to discount that there are some very real things going on with people, and that is a much, much, much more difficult process for some. And to that I say baby steps for all of us, teeny micro steps. But I think if you have it something you want to do, I said this yesterday, and it's kind of stolen from the Amanda person I was telling you guys about, Amanda Francis. But if you want to do it, I do also adopt the belief that it's because it's something you really are supposed to do, and that in that, if it's something you want, then the big work, at least for me, take it or leave it, I'm not telling you how it is, but the big work is recognizing the fear that shows up when you when you take those micro steps and how to navigate it because your fear is there to tell you you're not safe. You're not gonna I'm not telling you guys anything that every other book out there, psychologist or personal development person doesn't say because I think it's true. But there's safety in it if you decide you want to subscribe to a belief that You want it because you're supposed to have it. You want it because it's supposed to happen in your life, and there has to be some overall safety in that. And how can you find a way to allow yourself to feel safe to move and take those steps, micro or baby or what have you, or rip the Band-Aid off and jump right to it. But however you take that path, know that you're going to meet the resistance that wants to keep you safe and say, don't stay here. It's safe. And know that that resistance is okay to have, but it's okay to also keep taking those steps with it. And then how can you frame it for yourself? In my perspective, I don't know. I'm not trying to like self-help you or anybody else, but this is how I see shit, and maybe it can help you. And also change it up however it works for you. But there, for me, there has to be an overarching, bigger picture safety around me that means it's okay to do it. And I call it life path or purpose or safety or the universe having your back or whatever, faith, whatever. But I do believe that if it's something you want, it's safe to get it. You just need to recognize that when we decide to do shit like that, that's when the shit that's been keeping us safe and stuck somewhere is going to rear its head, and expect it. That's my soapbox sesh. Take it or leave it. Off topic. Free cotton candy. You got free cotton candy at the event at Blue. Oh, yeah, he's live. Okay. Yeah. Well, I got to get my life together and get over to my other channel. And it's your health. That was the other thing I was going to bring up. I was going to bring that up. People have a lot of different shit that can keep them somewhere in their space. I hear you, sister. I don't mean to talk about shit and then have you go, I can't, because I fucking hate when people. That's why I didn't mean to sound like I was giving advice, because I don't hate. I really don't like when people give me advice when they don't know actually what I'm dealing with, because then they just say shit and my whole brain is like, I'd love to go there with you, but I literally can't. You like physically can't do some shit. I'm going to shut the fuck up. That's why I don't give advice. Hi, Till the Dirt. I'm glad I clicked the live button too. I'm trying to hang up. Yeah, I'm sorry for the health shit. And Yadir, I'm not sure how much you've been around listening or lurking, but that's kind of what I've been dealing with the last few months as well. Just really feeling frustrated because so many things I could have done to make my physical world different or better, I couldn't physically do, which was infuriating. And I'm still limited right now. I'm just in a little bit of denial because I've got a little extra energy. But I'm certain I'm not out of the dark on that one. And mine is probably, hopefully, fixable. But I deal with the brain type I have, and that's why I'm very particular about I don't get advice. I don't ask for advice, but when it's given unsolicited, I'm very careful to filter it, because if somebody doesn't understand my brain type, they're going to suggest or talk about or do things that I'm not capable of, and having to get okay with not being quote unquote capable of doing things, while also trying to not limit myself and set it up that I can't accomplish things, but knowing my limitations has been really fucking difficult. Really difficult. Jeffrey's at Jeffrey, get your life together and get a cat. Jeffrey needs to get his life together and get a cat or two. and then get them on harnesses and leashes and walk them around blue. What'd you say, Yadira? I push myself to say hi to people, to get to know their pets, dogs, and horses. That's happiness for me. Out, you mean just in general, online, or when you're out and about? For some reason, the cat, I think it's because it's daytime. She's not sleeping in her nighttime spot. Last night and today, oh, Ari, the audio, you sound great. Whatever you were doing in the corner yesterday was oh yeah, and yesterday it was because I had my microphone hooked up to my phone and I was just using YouTube through my phone. Yeah, lesson learned. Don't try to venture out. Oh. Anyway, thank you for telling me, Audio Queen. All right. Radiate Life, I don't know how many more classes that you have, but I hope you keep going if there's more than one. Yeah. Holly, don't get me started. I know I'm kind of an audio snob too, because I'm not, my ears are. Okay. Please let me know either in a comment or an email or whatever how it, and again, this is like planting seeds. It doesn't have to be today or this time, but I do feel strongly that I'm going to be a lot this is going to be a lot better experience if it's not just me word vomiting my own perspective and life experience. And I saw somebody else putting that there and I said, okay, I understand when the minion caricature says yellow hands, red heart. I don't know what that means. Somebody else put that in chat. I'm so confused. Is that it? That was my shit. So I'm going to go try to get no trying, do or do not. I'm going to get my life together today by cleaning up, getting some of my messes and piles put together. I'm going to go stream some more and have more fun just for funsies. Because that's always going to be a good vibration to tap into if I want to move through anything. It's an emoji. Well, I don't see emojis. That's all I see. I don't see the emojis. That's not an emoji. That's words. Yellow. Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red. That's why I always read it out loud. There, that's an emoji. I see that. Hands yellow, heart. That's it. We're good. Any last dying anythings before we go? You have 15 seconds to write it in comment. It's a StreamYard thing. That makes sense. Rocks in a box. Hi. Thank you again for yesterday. Thank you everybody for yesterday and now today. Peter Anderson. Rocks in a box. What'd you say? I've decided to not get my life together today, maybe tomorrow. I love it. Maybe that's you getting your life together. If you ask me, sometimes that is getting your life together. Taking a damn break. One of my favorite books as a kid, I got it for like a birthday present because I always struggled in the mornings as a kid. It was Dr. Seuss, I think. Yeah, it was Seuss. It was I'm not going to get up today. The birds can chirp, the alarms can ring. I'm not getting out of bed. I'm not doing a thing, something like this. He just takes the day off. That was my favorite book. Hands waving. Bye. A decision to not make a decision is a decision. A to the woman. I love it. Yeah. There is no actual getting it together. That's the joy of this channel. I could probably do it till I'm on my deathbed at 90, 104. Okay. Catch you all on the flip side. I'm not sure what we'll do here later or tomorrow or whatever. Again, suggestions, ideas. I'm kind of winging it, as you're all aware, so do let me know. Be well. Be kind to yourself, as Anne says. We gotta come up with a good closing here. I don't have a good closing. How about no, I got nothing. I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing blanks. That's what he said. That's not the closing. Love to love you. Hope you love yourself like you love others. Peace out. I don't know. I got nothing. Yeah? Oh yeah, I am. I'm gonna go get my life together.